Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Dave Kaufman from Dave Kaufman's Reptile Adventures. I'm here in Las Vegas for the very first Vegas Reptile Super Show, and so I'm coming to you live from Treasure Island Casino here in my hotel. But I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about the importance of USARK. Every time USARK has a win, usually they're really big wins, they're small wins. Everything, whether it's big or small, is a win for the reptile community. But I wanted to talk about life without USARK and what that would be like for our reptile community. Without USARK, I would not be sitting here on my way to the Reptile Super Show, because there wouldn't be a Reptile Super Show. I would not be going to Tinley next month because there would be no Tinley. There would be no NARBC shows. There would be no Daytona shows. There would be no reptile shows, because the people that are trying to stop us from doing what we're doing would have succeeded without any resistance if it wasn't for USARK. I've been around long enough to know what it was like before USARK was around. And when city ordinances or state laws or even federal laws would come our way, the only way that we would be able to fight these is through our local herp societies. And it was very ineffective because local herp societies had between, let's say, 10 and 100 people. It's not enough people to really grab the attention of the people that are making these anti-reptile laws. And so before USARK came along, it was very, very difficult to not only fight the legislation, but it was very difficult to even know that the legislation was on the book so that we, the public, could voice our opinions on that legislation before it took the next step. It was so difficult, and we lost a lot before the days of USARK. In the days when USARK first started, it was a grassroots organization. Nobody knew who it was. Not even reptile people knew what USARK was. And as it grew and as we became more cohesive as a hobby, as a group of reptile people, USARK started to become a force to be reckoned with. And then when Phil came along, that's when USARK exploded into what it is today. USARK is now, today, almost a household name in Washington, with the laws that we have prevented from going through, the lawsuits that USARK has won. Most people in Washington now know about USARK, but I do want to just give a shout out to Phil about why he is so important for USARK. Phil spends most of his time going through legislation, and there's certain keywords that USARK has to alert us to when specific laws are coming up that pertain to reptiles. There's a database that, kind of an algorithm that looks over all the laws on a state level, on a federal level. Phil Goss actually went in and found that last huge Lacey Act law that was buried in the America Competes Act. The algorithm, the computer did not pick that up. He found that himself. The algorithm, the computer programs did not find that. And if Phil himself did not find that, we would not have been alerted that that was hidden in the America Competes Act, and it would have gone through, and that would have been the end of our hobby. And that just illustrates how incredibly sneaky those who want to destroy who we are can be. They bury things in other legislation in the hopes that us, the opposition, does not see it, misses it, and it goes through into law. And when that happens, we're screwed. And that is miraculous. And Phil, he is worth so much, not only to USARK, but to all of us that keep and breed and care for our reptiles. So when you ask what USARK can do for you, what it does for us as a community, knowing what life was like in the reptile world before USARK, and knowing what being in the reptile world now that we do have USARK, and now that USARK is a very formidable organization, it is a night and day difference. And I sleep better at night knowing that USARK is there watching our backs. So please give as much as you can to USARK. If you are a breeder, give 5% of your yearly take, 10% of your yearly profits, whatever you feel comfortable doing, but give back to USARK. Give back to the organization that is enabling you to make money by breeding snakes. Whether it's a hobby or whether it is your livelihood, please consider giving back to USARK. And I know that every single year I get a silver or a bronze membership. I think it's silver. I can't remember. I think bronze it started, now it's silver. I think it's silver. Pretty sure it's silver. So there's my spiel, guys. In the description below is the link to USARK. I encourage all of you right now to go become members of USARK. And I'll go off on a tiny little other tangent here real quick. Becoming a member, whether you're giving $5 or $1 or $1,000, becoming a member is so important because it enables USARK to go to lawmakers and say, we have this many members, not this many donors, not this many people who give us money, this many members. And if USARK can go in and truthfully say, we have tens of thousands of members, that gives USARK the strength to be taken very seriously by lawmakers who might not have heard what USARK is, or even those who do know what USARK is. The point is that there is strength in numbers. So please go to that website, become at least a member of USARK, and give whatever you can. So guys, thanks for tuning into USARK's brand new YouTube channel. I will see you guys on my channel right now. I'm gonna get out there on the strip and hopefully not lose too much money here in Vegas. Until then, guys, see you next time and rattle on.